Today on Fresno State Focus, we take a look at how students can protect themselves from danger.
We're live at the University Student Union where a 9-pin no-tap tournament is happening right now.
Plus, a look at downtown Fresno's art hop, how it's drawing crowds and putting Fresno on the map in the art community. Fresno State Focus starts now. Hello and welcome to Fresno State Focus. I'm Clayton Jones.
And I'm Cruz Gonzalez. The death toll is now up to 48 after crews fighting the campfire found 6 more bodies Tuesday. 80 people were still missing. As the names of the missing were released today, a new lawsuit also came out blaming PG&E for failing to inspect and properly maintain its power lines causing the fire. Looting is now a problem in the area as well.
208 suspicious incidents or calls of suspicious persons or circumstances within the evacuated areas. Of those 208 incidents, 18 of them were specifically reported to be looting.
Air quality is now really bad from Sacramento all the way down to Bakersfield, and over 7,000 homes have been lost.
Now, here are 7 things to know today. CNN is suing the White House. Last week, the White House revoked White House correspondent Jim Acosta's press pass. Acosta refused to give up the microphone during a post-election news conference as he asked the president questions. People see this video footage differently. The White House says Acosta shoved the intern's hand away. CNN and Acosta say he didn't shove. The lawsuit says the White House has violated both Acosta's and CNN's First Amendment rights.
Most of Congress was in Washington today for their orientation, and there are a lot of new faces. Still, there are some key races that are still undecided, such as the Florida Senate race between Democratic Senator Bill Nelson and Republican Governor Rick Scott. One key California race was decided earlier. Josh Harder officially won the 10th district seat, beating off incumbent Jeff Denham. Also today, Congressman Kevin McCarthy from California was elected House Minority Leader.
President Trump says he expects to make changes to his White House staff. First Lady Melania is also demanding change. She says Deputy National Security Advisor Mira Ricardel no longer deserves the honor of serving the White House. The problems between the two are said to stem from the First Lady's official trip to Africa last month.
This just shows how dysfunctional this White House has become, where the First Lady is publicly tweeting that she wants someone on the national security team to be fired. There's a way of handling this, but that's not the way.
Kirstjen Nielsen may also be on the way out.
Marvel Comics visionary Stan Lee may be gone, but not forgotten. But more is still yet to come. The man who created iconic characters including Spider-Man, the Hulk, Thor, and many others passed away this past Monday. He was 95 years old. Even in later years, he stayed busy appearing in multiple Marvel movies. His daughter even says they were working together on a brand new superhero called Dirtman. It's unknown at the time if this new hero will ever see the light of day.
And Thanksgiving is next week, and it's expected to be the busiest one ever for air travel. More than 30 million people are expected to fly during the 12-day travel period. That's 1.5 million more than last year. The Sunday after Thanksgiving is expected to be the busiest. Traveling on Thanksgiving is said to be the least busiest.
Our very own University Student Union is now 50. Students and staff celebrated earlier today with tunes at noon, free food, and a ton of games and prizes. The fun doesn't end there. There will be bowling specials all day. We'll take you there in a little moment. Don't worry about grabbing your bowling shoes. They're included.
Today, Fresno State students got to see the professional side of their studies by shadowing a professional and then having lunch together. The annual event with the MCJ department is called TASTE. It stands for Take a Student to Eat. Sometimes the day ends in an employment contract. Every year, MCJ and graphic design students are paired with mentors whose professions pique their interest. This year's TASTE event featured mentors from ABC 30, Valley PBS, and the Fresno Bee.
Our MCJ department is busy. TASTE today and Adobe Day tomorrow.
Razmeek Kanyas was with Photoshop Man to fill us in. Razmeek?
Hey, Cruz. Hey, Clayton. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Photoshop Man, and he's here with us to talk about a very special event tomorrow. What are we going to look forward to tomorrow?
So tomorrow we have Adobe Day happening. It's going to be in front of the free speech area from 10 to 3. We're going to have a nice big tent out there. We're going to have some Adobe swag that we're going to give away. And we're also giving away 10 free Adobe licenses to students, faculty, and staff.
So for students that don't know, what is Adobe Creative Cloud? What is that big program that you guys are hyping up for?
So we have Adobe Creative Cloud. It's one giant cloud that has a whole bunch of apps in it. Photoshop is one of the major ones, as well as InDesign, Spark, Premiere, Illustrator. There's a bunch of things that can help you as a student.
And what can students expect when they go out there to the free speech area tomorrow?
So as I said, we're going to have our tent. We're giving away backpacks, pins, our licenses. We have some water bottles. I'll be there doing some photo ops, some cameos. And we're also going to have some Discovery folk there that are going to be helping us to help you work all the apps.
So how can a student that's interested in getting this program, sounds very exciting, all those different projects, how can they get that here at Fresno State?
So if you go to On the Hub from Fresno State, you can find the link there and you can download it.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Photoshop Man. We'll see you flying around the free speech area tomorrow, probably. Here reporting live in the amphitheater, Rosmi Kanyas, Fresno State Focus.
Adobe Day runs from 9 to 3 tomorrow in the free speech area. Stop by the Adobe tent to find out how you can enter to win prizes.
Coming up on Fresno State Focus, local coffee shops around town versus chain coffee shops. What's unique about coffee shops? Started right here in Fresno.
Plus, a look into a faster commute around campus using the Bulldog Express. All that when we come back.
Success. At Fresno State, it's no secret. It's discovering new ways to change our world. It's creating opportunities as diverse as our community itself. It's in the distinction of our graduates as they lead us into the future. Success is no secret at Fresno State. It's our mission.
This is our Fresno State, forming relationships and learning experiences that last a lifetime, making friends who are like family, learning from professors who treat us like family, and earning a degree to make a better future for our family. Engaging our alumni generation by generation by generation. This is our Fresno State. Welcome to the family.
Whoever says there's nothing to do on campus is wrong.
Let's go live to Deja Wright, who's at the Bulldog Bowling Alley for some fun times.
Hi, it's a great day to be a Bulldog. I'm here in the USU at Bulldog Bowl in honor of the 50th anniversary. Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. So are you here for the tournament?
Yes, yeah, actually I was.
So I overheard you say that you're a part of the bowling club. So
Yeah, the Fresno State Bowling Club, we're here at practices, so.
yeah, so could you tell me a little bit about that? I didn't know there was a bowling club on campus.
Oh yeah, the bowling club's actually been around since the USU was born. So we are, actually I think the year after it was born was the first year. And they're actually national champions. We won back in 2011. And 2014 we were runners up to national champions. So the bowling club's been around time.
How long have you been bowling?
This is my third year, my final year. I'm a senior, so this will be my last year bowling with the team.
But were you bowling prior to coming to Fresno State or?
Recreationally, not professionally or with any kind of ability. I came here and I've learned a lot about bowling just from being on the team.
So are you guys competing against each other? Are you waiting for a competition to come?
A little bit, yeah. We kind of have a little competition every practice just for fun.
Just for fun, no bets, anything like that?
Every now and then we'll bet like a cookie or something, but that's about it.
All right, thank you for talking to me.
No problem. You guys have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Well, just to switch up the gears a little bit, we're going to talk about self-defense. I recently found out that there's many ways to defend yourself, and one of them is being aware of your surroundings. But not just that, you can also know some techniques to prepare yourself in case of an attack. Let's find out.
I don't feel safe on campus, that's why I carry around this pepper spray.
Sometimes the places we visit most often can seem scary. However, we have resources around us that can be used to better protect ourselves. Self-defense instructor Christopher Hine explains how women should quickly and efficiently stop an attacker.
So generally, if you want to have a verbal command and you also want to have a nonverbal command, so sticking your hand out, which is good because it gives you a first line of defense if they rush you, and then also giving them a verbal command and just saying, can you stop right there? I would like you not to get any closer.
Taking that knowledge from here
to here on campus. That way you always know how to defend yourself in case of an emergency.
Although some say they feel safe on campus, it never hurts to be prepared.
It's pretty surprising because it hasn't happened, and you don't really expect that to happen to you.
I have 2 night classes. I have my art one, and then I have a Rec 80 class, and they both end at 9, but I have it with my roommate, so we go together and stuff, so I'm not alone.
Having a buddy on campus and carrying pepper spray is always a smart decision, but what else can we do to avoid these types of situations?
Be aware of your surroundings. Your number one goal is you want to realize what's unfolding around you. We live in a world where staring at your cell phone all day and sweeping left or right is the most important thing, and it's not. Your safety is the most important thing. So if you can be aware of what's going on around you, then you'll be more likely to handle the situation.
Or get our hips lower than mine, right? Okay, same exact thing, but they grab you. Now
The Fresno School of Self-Defense is open Mondays and Thursdays from 7 to 8 p.m. I'm here live at the USU Bulldog Bowl. Deja Wright, Fresno State Focus. Back to you, Cruz and Clayton.
Thank you, Deja. Hot, iced, or blended, coffee is an essential part of the day for many people.
Whether you're grabbing it to go or sitting down with a book, a coffee shop might be a spot to get your fix. Razmeek Kanaz is here to show us some of the more unique spots. How you doing, Razmeek?
Hey guys, so with so many coffee shops around town, I went to see what it makes these few locations different than those chains with the mermaid and the windmill logo. Whether on Instagram or the side of the road, you've probably seen a lot of places where you can get a cup of coffee. The people at High Top Coffee in Tower District say their place goes far beyond the brew. For Emily Kearns, it's all about helping people feel welcome.
We strive to take a stand on letting people in and being accepting where other people, accepting of people where they might not be accepted in other places.
That acceptance can be seen all around this place, inclusion and respect for every customer. With so many busy schedules and everybody on the run, one thing we can all agree on wherever you get your coffee is convenience, especially for busy college students.
We're a coffee shop. We're the sole one right next to Fresno State.
Collect Coffee Bar at Campus Point is a go-to for many Fresno State students because it's so close to campus. Vincent Chavez likes that he gets to visit with so many students and athletes.
Ask them how their day is going, how their testing's going. You know, we see them studying hard, and it's kind of nice seeing people move on.
But make them happy and feel at home while they're here. People like Pavon Hajian are choosing community with their coffee.
They're unique. They all have their own story to tell. It's not chains are you can predict.
A coffee that's just as diverse and creative as its community. Rosmi Kanyas, Fresno State Focus. One thing that each shop takes pride in is social media. You can find each shop on Instagram to see their latest creations and events. So we are all agreed we can't live without our caffeine fix wherever we choose to get it. Lindsay Hyatt is here now to let us know how much is too much.
You're right, Raz. We all need our pick-me-up. But not everyone does coffee. I investigated Caffeine Overload and found out just how hooked Fresno State students are and what experts say that means for our health.
We drink it in cups, bottles, and even cars. Caffeine.
If you're a busy college student, then caffeine is an absolute must, which means coffee and energy drinks are essential. We're going to take you to Fresno State and find out why caffeine usage is in overdrive for college students.
I wouldn't say dependence, but it definitely makes my job a whole lot easier.
Meet Josh Duncan, a Fresno State sophomore who, like many college students today, runs on caffeine. His primary pick-me-up? The popular energy drink, Bang. Bang contains 300 milligrams of caffeine, just about the daily recommended dose. Josh consumes anywhere from 2 to 3 times that much.
Every time I have a paper, I usually drink 2 to 3 bangs per paper.
Worried about how caffeine was impacting her health, Anna Zuniga made the decision to cut it out of her life altogether.
I used to rely a lot on coffee for like just studying. Yeah, so I would think like the most that I would drink was like 3 cups of coffee a day. I think I drank it so much that I just kind of felt like it didn't have an effect on me, for one. And the other one was that when it did have an effect on me, like whether I was in class or something, like I would get very jittery.
Expert in adult health problems at St. Agnes Medical Center, Dr. Polydath explains why we depend so much on caffeine.
So the increased use of caffeine on college students and adults is really related to the fast pace of life, right? There's no time to really slow down because you want to be attending your class, doing well in the class. You don't want to miss out on the sports practice, or you don't want to miss out on that party. So you use caffeine as a way to stimulate yourself, keep you awake. So just like anything else, in moderation it's okay, but if you use too much, it can lead to palpitations, increased anxiety, sleep disturbance.
As long as you're consuming safe amounts and being aware of how your body reacts, you can keep on with the caffeine.
Rest assured, caffeine lovers, you can have your caffeine and drink it too, just not to excess. Remember, the recommended daily limit is 400 milligrams. That's 5 cups of regular coffee a day. So sip safely. Clayton, back to you.
Duly noted, Lindsay. Thank you. Fresno is still basking in the red, white, and blue from this past Veterans Day and the 99th annual parade downtown. Originally known as Armistice Day, Veterans Day came into existence on November 11, 1919, to signify the first anniversary of the end of World War I. Today, the United States has over 16 million veterans who have served in at least one war. This is the largest parade of its kind in the United States and runs through downtown Fresno, ending at Chickchansey Park. The streets were packed. This parade usually sees around 20,000 spectators, and next year will no doubt be a big one, celebrating 100 years for this downtown parade. Today we are joined by United States Marine Corps veteran Corporal Christopher Guillen. Thanks for joining us today, Corporal Guillen.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
So you served in Operation Desert Storm and across seas in Somalia. Can you tell us a little bit about your time in the service?
Well, it was 1992 to 98, and I was in the Desert Storm era. Was in Kuwait. Didn't see any action, but my combat action came in Mogadishu, Somalia, under United Shield, Operation United Shield.
Okay. And what is it like coming back from such an extensive service to a warm welcoming here in Fresno? People rally around our veterans here, and we have the biggest, like I said earlier, the biggest Veterans Day parade in the nation.
Actually, it feels really good because of the fact that a lot of veterans are lost when they come, and being part of a community that actually embraces veterans is very helpful.
Did you attend the parade this year?
I did not, unfortunately, but I've attended before, and it's amazing what the community comes out to support veterans on Veterans Day.
It really is. People showed out this year. I guess next year, the 100th annual parade will be something to look forward to.
Absolutely, and I will be there and probably in it.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us today, Corporal Guillen, and thank you for your service.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We've been talking with Marine Corps veteran Corporal Christopher Guillen.
A student's commute to school is one of the most vital parts of our day. For a good portion of students, the Bulldog Express is the answer. Let me take you along for a ride and show you how this bus gets students to where they need to go. Rise and shine and all aboard the Bulldog Express.
This is the main way I get to class.
Anthony Bernal is a regular aboard Fresno State's Bulldog Express.
One of the values I see, because in Fresno it gets pretty hot every single day, so people are taking that bus and saving me like a 20-25-minute walk is pretty nice.
The Bulldog Express has various stops around campus, starting here on Millbrook between Barstow and Bulldog Lane, and ending over here at Campus Point right across from the Palazzo Apartments. You can track the shuttle using the Smart Tracks app, giving you a real-time location of where the shuttle's at on campus. There's an app that helps track the shuttles so students know almost exactly when it will arrive. But when a bus is out for service, the replacement bus is not tracked on the app. So people like Anthony just have to wait.
One of the cons is possibly missing your class because you might have missed the first bus, but now you don't know when the second bus is going to get here, so you have to wait until bus that is being tracked to get all the way back over here.
With record enrollment this year, there's basically one parking spot for every 5 students. That's why the school really promotes these buses.
I need to speak with traffic operations and see how they're actually GPSed. Because if it's an easy fix and we can maybe just get whatever that is onto those shuttles, that would be a good one. I'd have to speak to them about that. I think at the end of the day, ASI, and I think as a whole student body, I think we love the buses because they do help us. My biggest thing that I'd like to see is another bus and probably make them smaller so that we can get there and more stops.
That could help a lot of students. But for Anthony, he just wants to get to class on time and not have to wait too long to get his ride there. The Bulldog Express runs from Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., and on Fridays from 7 to 4. Coming up in sports, the women's basketball team had a hard loss last week, but they are back and ready for action at home. See what you can expect tonight at the St. Martin Center.
Plus, Fresno State Volleyball extends its program record win streak. Stay tuned for sports with Fresno State Focus.
I got the Bulldog spirit up in my head.
Up in my head.
Up in my head.
I got that Bulldog spirit up in my head. Up in my head to say. I got that Bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Got that Bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart to stay. I got that Bulldog spirit down in my toes. Down in my toes. Down in my toes. I got that Bulldog spirit down in my toes. Hey, down in my toes to stay. I got that Bulldog spirit up in my head, deep in my heart, down in my toes. I got that Bulldog spirit all over me to stay. I got that Bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart, deep in my heart. Got that Bulldog spirit.
Welcome back. I'm Julia Vela with your Focus on Sports. Chins are a little down after the Bulldogs' first conference game loss against Boise State. It was a hard-fought game, but the Broncos played aggressively and came back in the second half. Bulldog wide receiver Keyshawn Johnson matched his season high of 8 receptions and finished with a team high of 95 yards. Sophomore running back Ronnie Rivers had 33 yards on 7 carries and scored the only rushing touchdown for Fresno State. The game ended with a close score of 24-17. The last time Fresno State won on the blue turf was 1984. The Dogs are looking to clinch the Mountain West Division title this Saturday against San Diego State. The game will be at home at 7:30. The women's basketball team is back at home this week after a loss to Northern Arizona last Tuesday. The Bulldogs face Cal Poly for their home opener tonight at 7 at the Save Mart Center. The men's basketball team is off to Texas to face TCU tomorrow night. New head coach Justin Hudson is looking to extend their win streak after winning the exhibition game and the home opener to start off the season. You can catch their game tomorrow night at 6 on Fox Sports Southwest. Fresno State volleyball is still killing it after a big win over UNLV this past weekend. The Bulldogs beat the Rebels in Las Vegas in just 4 sets. The Dogs only fell short in the second set by 3 points with a close score of 25-22. They clinched at least the second-place spot in the Mountain West Conference. This is the highest conference ranking for the volleyball team since joining the league in 2012. The Bulldogs have just 3 matches left this season, all at home. The next one is tomorrow at 7 at the Save Mart Center. One of the biggest club sports on campus is the Fresno State Rodeo team. It's a co-ed group of riders, and I was able to check out one of their practices earlier this week. The Fresno State Rodeo team is a club sport, competing in multiple events at college rodeos.
Team roping, I heel, so I rope the back feet. And calf roping, you rope the calf and tie 3 legs. And bulldogging's pretty self-explanatory, just throw the steer down.
The team practices at different times throughout the day around their busy schedules. The Bulldogs have set times where they all get together and get ready to compete in their events. Here at the Fresno State Rodeo grounds, team members come out and practice in a competitive environment and catch up with their teammates. For most members on the team, practice is their favorite part.
It's just a lot of fun, meet a lot of new people, and we always have a good time for practicing or hanging out after practice and stuff. Just a lot of good people on the team.
The rodeo team is one of the many club sports on campus that helps students feel more connected at Fresno State.
I think it helps because if you just go to class and go home or go to work, it's not as fun and exciting, but I can go to class and then come right out here and hang out, rope a dummy, ride, whatever, we can do out here. So it's nice to have people to come hang out with, and you got your horses on campus, so that's good too.
Check out the club sports on campus. You just might get roped into a good time. The rodeo team will be hosting its own rodeo this spring, March 9th through the 11th at the Clovis Rodeo Grounds. And that's your Focus on Sports. Now back to you, Clayton.
Thank you, Julia. On the first Thursday of every month, something very special happens here in Fresno. It's called Art Hop. See what this event is all about and how it is helping the resurgence of downtown Fresno. Scattered throughout downtown Fresno are art collectives and galleries that play host to Art Hop.
Because it's spread out, a lot of people, check out the art in the Tower District, and they might not come downtown. Other people might be devoted to Sorensen's and the art galleries that are around that area. We do 12 of these a year, so every venue at least touches 12 artists. And then we have over 70 venues now.
Two of those artists, Robert Ogata and Don Hart, who have helped build Art Hop to what it is today, have been staples in the event for a long time, displaying their work and inspiring those who come out.
We started up, galleries and cooperatives and things that would give it an opportunity for a great number of artists to be able to show their work without being necessarily in a commercial gallery, but something that's related as a group and as a community.
Moving right across the street, you can find the Clay Hand Studios, where Ogata's former student, Don Hart, shares a gallery with her fellow art teachers, helping to expand Fresno's cultural breadth.
Definitely. So downtown Fresno has a ton of galleries and more popping up every day, and I think we're really the cultural hub of the San Joaquin Valley.
The arts community and events like Art Hop are helping transform downtown Fresno into the community-centric area that people were envisioning. Just last year, the building of the Graduate Art Studios here on M Street was finished. This gives the opportunity for students like Joanna Guerrero to not only get involved in what they are passionate about, but also gather inspiration.
It inspires me sometimes, some work I did never seen, artists I never heard about, and I'm just like, whoa, that's awesome, I want to do that.
The impact of Art Hop's 22-year existence can be taken in no better way than actually attending the event and taking in all that it has to offer. If you miss Art Hop on the first Thursday of every month, don't fret. On the third Thursday of every month, Art Hop moves to North Fresno. You can find all the information you need about the event on the Fresno Arts Council website. Now it's time for What's the Tea? Guys, are we talking turkey or ham?
Turkey, definitely.
Yeah.
It's Turkey Day.
It is Turkey Day.
Ham has no place there.
What about you, Chris?
So, like I said, I think, that's true. The big debate, it's November here. Everybody's going to Thanksgiving dinner, and there's always, what are we cooking? What are we shelling out the money for? And it's, turkey or ham. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm spending my money on turkey. That's where the flavor is. That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, so do we not have a debate? Are we all turkey people here?
Are you? Okay, now the real question is, what goes well with turkey? What do you guys
Gravy.
Like?
Gravy.
Definitely.
That's the best. It puts all of the Thanksgiving foods together.
Okay, brown or white gravy, though?
Brown gravy with
brown
a little bit of stuffing on the side.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you guys do cranberry sauce? Or jelly? Are you guys about that life? What are we talking
I'm
about?
definitely about that life.
Savory than sweet myself, so I'm not big on cranberries.
That's real. See, Okay. That's nice. All right, so Black Friday starts Thursday, November 22nd for most stores. That's Thanksgiving. Now, tell me, guys, are you guys going to be out there Black Friday?
Definitely
Or
not.
Black Thursday now, I guess is what we're calling it.
Definitely not. It's a madhouse out there, and we got Thanksgiving to go to.
Oh, yeah. I'd much rather be with my family than fighting with people at Walmart over TVs, but that's just me.
I agree. Plus, the bank is really hitting hard right now.
Yes.
We just
times are
re-registered
tough.
for classes. There's just not a place for that right now.
All right, guys. Next week, we'll catch you on Fresno State Focus. We'll be taking a break and enjoying our Thanksgiving holidays. You guys have a great week, and happy Thanksgiving.
But don't worry, we'll be back the 28th with tons of news that you can use.
Thank you for joining.
Have a great Thanksgiving.